going to be massive here, right? That presence, essentially taking these fights and turning it into a multi-number. We'll see how well it works out here in game number 1 as we jump over to J-Mac and Trelly to take us through.
Thank you so much, Gore and Bobby over on the desk. That's right, it's J-Mac.
Global mobility has kind of been maybe a namesake for some of these teams. SOT now 3 versus 1, chained up, can't even dash, has to use the ultimate. But it's going to be an ult from WrongU to pull him right back under the tower, and first blood goes to Fine-OK.
That's what I'm talking about. You think that Dev Gauntlets fail not, and then what? That's the only attack speed you get.
Sot ganked once more. Now this time it's adapting,
Oh
showing up to the party, and
What?
Just might as well throw Shinto in there too. WrongU's going to pull him right back in for a kill. But Netroid and Genetics have joined the fray. Wall from Fine-OK to try and lock off Netroid. Damage going into WrongU, but not enough. It's Panatom on the scene. Misses the slow, but finds the dash after 1-for-1 trade. And with Fine-OK in the sky, heading away. Thought he would dunk on top of Genetics, but instead, it's Genetics still playing up and aggressive, trying to take this blue buff away.
What it is doing is trying to put Fine-OK ahead. And then look at this, Netroid getting dove, had the beads, and now the dive looks like it's going to continue.
Netroid to the sky. No, he can't get there in time. Stray auto from PandaCat takes him. Panatom jukes at the chain, but goes for the ult. He's going to get yanked right back in. No, pulled off the horse instead. The shield just enough to save him, and the snipe's not there from PandaCat. Panatom lives with a sliver of health, adapting. Wants this one, blinks in. Volcanic lightning takes him down. The Leviathans have grabbed their 4th kill.
Wow, I think he might have been able to hold on to the back there. Unfortunately, you can't predict that Adapting's going to not blink in. He ends up throwing the Pyroclast and not blinking. Phantom fell for it and does stop his back. Make sure that kill comes through. All the while, you still get the kill onto Netroid, lose his beads. ONI Warriors goes the way of the ONI Warriors. Now they get to retreat, sure. Not looking great fight-wise, but you grab 2 free objectives and you're able to get out. That's a good way to get back into this game, farm and XP-wise.
Genetics chained up by WrongU, all 3 connect, adapting, finds the damage, and then finds the kill right after. 5 now for the Atlantis Leviathans. They'll say, Fury be damned, 5 kills up, 2,000 gold and climbing now for Leviathans, even with that gold Fury, just like you called.
He got the Aegis down too. So I mean,
did get Aegis. Force 2 people to the left side, and that opens up now. Pyromancer, WrongU, going to try and pull Genetics back. There goes a wall, but there's a wall waiting for him from Fine-OK. Genetics health bar melting away. It's PandaCat who takes him down. But now Pagon and Panatom have shown up. Big joust into the backline to get adapting out of the fight. And WrongU, he's hanging on by a thread. Sot's trying to get the kill and finally does so. But PandaCat's already picked up the double kill. Snipes there. Aegis by Pagon.
He hits
those! Good! PandaCat picks up 3. And SOT walled away. PandaCat wants to roll right in for another, but he'll give this one over to Fine-OK. No, he won't. Sot just a little too healthy. Adapting. Doesn't have the shot melting through the health bars. Netroid capping the beacon. Fine-OK spots him out. Wall double tap is good. Netroid pops the Aegis, and he can't even get into the wall because it's already dashed away. Adapting on a killing spree for Leviathans. A quick pick for the team.
My man had beads. I guess he didn't think the wall would hit him, but he could have. And yeah, why not? Turn into Shinto, try and chase these guys down. Someone's getting caught out, and it looks like it's Terra.
Now Fine-OK's here. Wall hits Genetics, but it's Adapting who crashes through the back line. Another kill for the King, and Fine-OK up to the sky. His target is SOT, but he misses out on the stun, misses out on the second with the wall. And Sot should be just fine. Fine-OK here just to continue pulling while the rest of the team starts to barrel down.
Live to fight another day, live to defend this next Fire Giant. Look at this, PandaCat dashes forward onto SOT. The Leviathans aren't done.
Genetics use the ultimate. PandaCat's got no roll, he's got no ult, and his relics are gone too. And that means his curtain call for the carry of the Leviathans and for the support. The duo lane of the Leviathans falls to the might of the ONI Warriors. Still 5 strong for the team.
I wonder if Panatom thought there was anyone else there. The second you see PandaCat dash in, there was no fear, right? They're like, wait a second, this is just a Rama. Let's just kill this guy. There was no Leviathans to follow up. Now, a 5v3 push up for the tier 2 tower. Do you go in for the Phoenix? Or are you going for the Fire Giant? It seems like they want a bird here.
3 versus 5. Sot and Genetics still healthy. Wall and double tap from Fine-OK doesn't do as much as he may have hoped. The Warriors can knock down the first Phoenix of the game while Panatom fights against Shinto. Dunked by Fino to Pagon, who doesn't have his beads. And Shinto doesn't have health. Panatom has erased the mid laner from the Leviathans. But with the health bars, or I should say the respawn timer. So the Leviathans duo coming back up. The Warriors will take their bird and
still playing patiently. Remember, that mid wave will be pushing up shortly. Final K can defend it and still walk forward. It actually does use his hammer. He can get shredded through here.
And okay, nearly gone. Ult from Panatom's not enough, but Pagon's got the rest. The cleanup kill for the mid lane of the ONI Warriors. And one down for Leviathans. Teleports up for Final K, but it's 50 seconds for the Warriors to play with. Leviathans only have 4 to try and step up. Adapting does a lot of damage. Sot, he's taking a bit much, but Adapting's taking even more. Panatom grabs himself yet another one, and even with Shinto transforming to the Thor, that's just an imitation Thor to deal with. Wrong You pulls back a couple, but that's gonna be his life at the tail, and one more shot will do, but Wrong You still lives, and Pagon just misses with the Blizzard.
Shinto's gotta find him. There's no way. He misses the Dark Omen, but he gets him with the auto attack. Pagon does fall down. Sot able to pick up that one. All the while, the EFG has not went down, J-Mac. Good stall. I mean, that's massive there from Shinto. You called it out. Misses the ultimate, right? He goes up into the sky. He's trying to find Pagon. But it looks like the Fire Giant is still a call here. Panda Cat shredding through, but how long can you stay alive?
Panatom used all of his mobility to get in there, but Panda Cat
now
lost his. Final K teleports in. His ult target is immediately into the middle of all. He splits the uprights on all of his dunk targets, and instead will force them all away. Panatom still backing. Does manage to head back to base before Final K can stop that back. The Leviathans, who walked in that fire to walk into the pit. The Leviathans might be willing to 50-50 this one. Adapting goes in, puts the burst damage, and secures the Fire Giant for the Leviathans. But now, how will the fight go for them? The Warriors are crashing the back line. Pandacat's half before he gets to the sky. Snipes nearly take down Pagon, but it's not enough. Adapting falls to the might of the ONI Warriors, but Shinto takes down Pagon. Pandacat chased out by Panatom in the back, but it's 2 for Shinto, and he's still nearly full HP. Sot trying to run back away, but Genetics gets stunned out. One more hit, and it's Final K to knock him down. Leviathans get fire and 3 picks.
Yeah, they got 3 versus 2 at the moment, all up to SOT and Panatom to try and defend the aggression. And Final K is doing exactly his job. Push up minions, just try to be a nuisance, and look for poke.
Get some good poke on Pagon, but now it's Genetics trying
Double
to get
Thor.
active. Up into the sky as the Thor and the snipes, but Wrong You's already dead. Final K dunks in trying to take down Pagon, but the shields are there, but they're not enough to help him out. Sot dashes away, but it's right into the waiting arms of Final K and the rest of the Leviathans. The double tap misses this time, and the left side Phoenix now the next threat for the Leviathans. They'll knock that one away and can immediately back away and reset.
Definitely a worthwhile.
Is he going for a 1v1 against Adapting? This is not a fight that you win, Panatom. You find the knockback, but Volcanic Lightning is there. Not enough damage. Instead, need some extra help from Final K. The wall misses. The dive in from Netroid. The dive from Shinto will be the one that finally gets the job done. It's an Aegis pop, and SOT goes into the back with the ultimate, but doesn't stun anybody. Instead, he and Genetics get pulled right back in. Genetics chained up, but Shinto is the one who slammed away, but Final K's damage takes down Genetics. It's 3 still alive, but 2 of them on nothing. Wrong You triple chain removes Pagon from the map. But look at the health bars of the Leviathans. They can't stick around for much longer. Netroid, he's got the damage, but can he survive against Adapting? Titan is low. Leviathans are low, but the Leviathans win out game 1.
Wow, that double Thor composition looked impossible to try and
always
deal
find
with.
farming to late game as Hebo, because all it takes in the late game is one knock-up ult, and you're just erasing somebody off the map. So it's kind of up to whatever Adapting wants to do, and I'm curious to see how he does it.
We're going to have to keep our eye on the jungle here, because it seems like that will be the crucial key in Game 2. Can the Leviathans keep it going, or will the Warriors pull this back? We'll find out with J-Mac and Trelly.
That's right, it's game 2 now with the Warriors and ONI Warriors. We're going to go for the gold Fury, but the tidal wave is already in from Wrong You. But there's a second wave waiting in the wings from Adapting. Ultimate popped in from Netroid. Genetics is getting low, has the ultimate on himself, but it's not going to proc. It goes down just in time for Pandacat to take that one down. Adapting, fighting off against Panatom, finds his own kill. It's a double for Panda. Crash down on top of Netroid. Final K will dive under the tier 1 tower. Tiger Stun's there, and Shinto gets the kill. 4, and a first blood and an objective for the Leviathan.
That was a first blood and then turned into 4 extra
Melted.
kills.
There's no cooking to be had here. Stuck the plastic on the stove a little too long. And now the ONI Warriors collapse into Wrong You. They get the wave out, but it's Sot who crashes on in. And the ONI Warriors get their first kill of the game. Pyromancer and a tier 1 tower. A nice swing for the Warriors.
Yeah, I don't know what Rongi was doing there. I think walked forward, recognized the pyro goes down, turned, backing.
I think they see that there's no Pagon inside the tower, so they will not. Instead, it's time for the fight. Genetics dashes in. It's Shinto already up in the sky, raining damage, but it's not a whole lot of damage. The shield ate up most of that. Panatom is just fine. Instead, he's continuing the fight through Sanctified Field, and Panda Cat's got nowhere to go. 2 popped in an instant, and a revive is good. Adapting, you can't go very far. You can go fast, but can you escape? I don't think pulling SOT closer to you is the call. Adapting, he's going to be on the run for quite some time. While Sot chases him out, already 2 dead for the Leviathans. The Warriors can head straight over to fire.
Yeah, Atlas of the Yellow River should be able to get him out here. There's no way Sot has an ultimate or anything like that to chase this one down. I was puzzled by the play because that was a free tier 2, but then I figured it out. Pagon said, hey, we can fight this. I'm going back, immediately ulting forward. But look at this. Final K stepping in. He wants to stall. Almost dies. I can't see this working out. Eventually, Shinto's got to die here.
Oh, Pagon gonna bat some autos back his way while Netroid deals with the Fire Giant. That goes to the Warriors. Shinto steps up, and it's the last decision that he gets to make of his own will. Solar Troll puts him in the grayscale, and the ONI Warriors are going hand. Pantom could just go back to base and buy up just about any item he wants.
Oh,
Panda
no
Cat,
way.
no, he got caught lazy backing. Caught shopping in the store, and now it's a kill that way. Pagon dives in with ultimate.
Big
ONI
hit.
Warriors steal away the Pyromancer. It's all gone to hell for the Atlantis Leviathans. Pagon's dashing forward, but adapting to a lot of return damage back. About it down to third for him. Genex dashes in, gets the root on 1. Fine, okay. Being bullied away by SOT, pushed back inside the Sanctified Field. It's like a bounce castle, and this is one that Final K wants out of. And Netroid is the one who sends him there, while Panatom puts Adapting in the grave. The Leviathans, only 3 left alive. The ONI Warriors are just pelting right in through the Titan. There's not enough damage returned back by Leviathans to defend this. The ONI Warriors are just walking up and taking everything that they please, including Wrong You and game number 2.
Wow, it really was just the fast track to late game, right? The ONI Warriors were stalling this one
So
out.
I'm really excited to see what he has to do with it. We'll see how 104 treats him as we jump into game number 3 between the Leviathans and the Warriors.
And we'll see who's going to come out on match point between the Levi's and the Warriors. Game at number 3 with J-Mac, Trelly, and Doug. And that immediately comes to mind with him.
Well, one thing that brings Hou-Yi just a little bit higher in the meta is that buff clear, right? Being able to triple bounce. Bobby highlighted that the 2v2, what we're witnessing right now, is the greatest in adapting. Unfortunately, will be falling down here. Shinto wants to try and find a return kill to revenge his jungler, but cannot find it. Doesn't have enough damage. He's going to have to suffer for losing first blood and giving it over to Pagon. Falling down early. A little bit unfortunate because that gives the kill over to Pagon, but also Panatom, if he's able to farm effectively. Oh, fine, okay, not a good spot.
No, caught by the wall, nowhere to go, and SOT to take him down, but Adapting going to turn this one back and make it a 1-for-1. Could go a little bit further if he can find the damage to Panatom, but just a little too much HP, no cooldowns left for Adapting. Trades it out on the 1-for-1, and Genetics being the ever-annoying support player does try and steal purple, but it's brought under tower by the Leviathans. All those extra forms of immunity, overhead kick, ultimate as well. Try and use some of that against SOT. Overhead kick used, but under tower, SOT goes and dive in. He walked back, but he's got the hammer to get out for the time being, but Adapting's going to chase him right through. Wall goes up, and one more shot. Adapting punches SOT down to the grave. Second kill for the jungler of the Leviathans. A green buff secured for Leviathans on the left within side. Like within your range. That one won't get anything. Final K going for the invade. Doesn't steal this one away. In fact, he might just lose his life because of it. Can't get the ultimate in time. Pull back onto Genetics. We'll grab him in the middle of 3, but a quick tide wave out. He'll be able to roll out of that danger. Pagon chained up 1. Second one misses, and Crushing Wave gets him back to safety.
But the beat, that's important. Hou-Yi needs that level of safety when there's a Daji around. I'm looking towards duo lane now if I'm Panatom.
Questionable ult there for a moment. Ultimate from the Daji. Wrong, he's going to get pulled back in. Now Netroid has rejoined the fray. First chain goes through, and Panatom's out. But that's because Shinto's crashed into the backline with Adapting, taking down Netroid for stepping too far forward. He'd used everything to get in, and now Genetics has nothing left to get back out. Sot crashes in to try and bail out his support, but he can't do so. It's 3 in a row for Adapting, about to make it 4. Wrong You grabs one auto in there to take that one away, but Panatom makes out with like a bandit with the kill on a Shinto. Adapting, not too happy about that. We'll get some damage up against Panatom. That's a 2-for-1 swing for Leviathans.
Yeah, that was a questionable play by the Oni Warriors. Going that hard for Wrong Yu? I mean, they knew that they were able to find a pull-off of the Palau, but there was not enough damage to ever look for a kill there. I'm guessing they didn't know about the huge level of rotations. Of course, Final K teleporting in was massive, but even without Final K teleporting in, Wrong Yu was not in much danger. Luckily, Sot also teleports in, hits a good ultimate, does 90% of Shinto's HP, and Phantom says, alright, I'll come back, I'll blink in, or use my Trickster Spirit in, and just confirm that kill. Once again, Genetics way too far forward. One chain will confirm the kill, but I don't think you even need the chain at this point. Who's going to get adapting? You got a green buff, though. That's massive.
You know what? He did steal green. You know what I actually did? Number 1 of 3. Netroid charges in with ult. Panda Cat tries to jump away. Panatom is chasing him down, though. Ultimate from Panda Cat trying to slow things down. He has beads, but the damage alone is enough to take him down, and if that wasn't enough, there was a wave on its way through. Oni Warriors find a pick on the duo of the Leviathans. But can Panatom get out? He's standing nearby. The back stopped just in time. Though I don't think Wrong Yu would have gotten the damage off instead. He'll blink in, finds chain onto just Netroid. He wants the ultimate if he can find it, but maybe not enough value standing around. Gets the next chain. Adapting. Uses all of his defensive resources to get away from Palau this time. Pagon gets some good damage on Shinto. The wave crashes through and gets some good damage back. SOT drops into the middle of everybody, but he's not taking a whole lot of damage. It's Fire Giant instead to the Oni Warriors. Pagon is low, but Pagon, he gets a kill before he goes down, and now SOT takes down Shinto. Panda Cat batting away as much as he can. A pullback from Wrong Yu, grabs Genetics, and now with Panatom trying to ride back in, the chain is not quite enough damage. Panatom still alive. It's a 3 versus 4, but the health bars are low for the Warriors. Netroid is stunned. The Aegis has been used. He's been spat on by Final K, thrown in the sky and right into the grave by Panda Cat. Sot, he's got enough mobility. He should be out of this fight. It's fire for Warriors, but kills for Leviathans.
You get Fire Giant on 3, you lose that buff, not able to catch anyone. Unfortunately, that one will be wasted, but Final K's not done yet.
It's a double knock-up on a Panatom and Sot. Panatom trying to get away as best he can, but Wrong Yu. He's got to be careful how far forward he steps. Leviathans, they get the Pyromancer, but Sot goes back in, chained up by Wrong Yu, but Wrong Yu can't stand up too far. He's already down to a quarter HP himself. Final K now on the run back. Genetics rowing forward. Doesn't have an ideal target. Maybe they pick on a Final K. Can't get up into the World Serpent. Netroid takes him down, and a blink by Panatom means it's curtain call for Wrong Yu. The wall locks him in. The knock-up on a Panda Cat, and the drop down by Pagon. Shinto, how far can you crash? It's just in time. Sot a little slow on the stun from the ult. Shinto, don't turn back around. You have 2 chasing you out. Beats and Aegis. Those are not going to save your life. Pull him right back in with the Palau. Sot hammers him away. It's only adapting left, and that's just for a brief moment. The Oni Warriors at a Pyromancer fight win game 3.
30 minutes in as well. This was very interesting the way this game really came through. The Oni Warriors knew they had the ability to go in off of their CC. We talked about it earlier. Just a nice wall from Sot, a good Trickster Spirit in from Panatom. They had plenty of delete keys if they were able to close gap and actually group
It feels like it's a draft that maybe wants to run you down before you can get those things online. So we'll have to see, can the strengths of the Leviathans outweigh the fast pace of the Warriors? Will they do or die here in Game 4? We'll go down to the casters and find out.
We'll see if we can find our first Game 5 of the weekend, or is this one going to...
Junglers will split up. Adapting heads right. Sot is going to walk right into some damage, but should be fine as long as he holds on to 72 transformations. Looks like that is the case, but the silence is so perfect, and Sot doesn't have the kill. Fine, okay. Picks up the beads, does not care about the stun, and first blood goes the way of adapting.
Oh, wait, I'm even wondering if Sot
tanky
has...
Guardian can really help out.
Shinto, Thunder crashes in. It's a crushing wave right after, and Genetics and Pagon returning. Fire back in, becomes Wrong Yu crashing in. Genetics will get the first kill for the Warriors. Pagon, he's still alive through all of this. Genetics is keeping him alive with all of the extra healing. The Aegis pop by Pagon, and even with Final K on the scene, it is too little too late. The Warriors A lot of Shinto's HP now missing.
Have a great day.
Genetics rotates in, attaches Pagon. Gets some extra poke on mid laner. Adapting. Pulls SOT in with the ultimate, but SOT Ox form out. Does have the ultimate. Why?
He did.
Why not ult? Just questionable decisions by Sot this game.
I mean, he had to use the Ox to immune the knockup, but I guess still over and left, though, is Panatom, waiting for an opportunity to blink in, or a jump. That'll do it. Blinks in to catch it. The beads come down, but Panacat, you're not surviving this one. Who's going to grab the kill? That one goes to Panatom.
Wow, Panatom blinks for the range of that one. Says, oh, you jumped. That's a very slow moving on her jump. Pagon in the middle of two. He's got Crushing Wave to get out. He goes back to his teammate, and the Typhoon goes into the Aegis, but Shinto still has the damage. And too late for Panatom. He's caught in the middle of three. Double kill for Shinto. The Drum finally gets his kills.
Yeah, that one, unfortunately, is a little bit of a bait. Now, using the ultimate,
Warriors will go to the Pyromancer. Wrong-U is nearby, but Oni Warriors a little too quick on the trigger and take the Pyromancer away. Yet another objective for the Warriors, and maybe a pick on SOT. He's fairly tanky for the time. Typhoon, though, will knock him down. Killing spree for Adapting on the left side of the map, but Wrong-U ends up going down in mid, as well as a tier 1 tower.
Pandacat's close by. The kiss comes through, and the knock-up Pandacat. Very low HP, but it's carry who's just DPSing it. They have the damage to sneak an FG.
4-dive to Pagon in mid. Pandacat knocked up by Panatom. Pull back, has to pop the beads and the Aegis, but he's just getting collapsed on. The Crushing Wave doesn't do the damage, with the Water Hands after will. Pagon gets the first kill of the fight, and Panatom wants to close out another one. It's SOT with the kill, and FineOK with a nice one in the back line to take down Pagon. 3 versus 4. The Oni Warriors defend their tier 2, and they can keep up their chase, though FineOK quite speedy on the Amaterasu.
I do have plenty of damage myself, but look, this is what I'm talking about, the sneak plays. Netroid's almost dead. This is not going to work.
Yeah, this is not a great idea for anybody involved. Genetics tries to fight back.
They know.
Ends up dying. SOT still taking up Fire Giant. Wrong-U and Pandacat now on the scene. Fire Giant is going to be free for Leviathan.
They're going to steal it.
The Warriors did 80% of the work, and Leviathan's just going to walk up and take the credit. It's like a college group course. And Leviathans take that one away. Knock down SOT. 8 kills for Leviathans and fire on all 5.
Nothing we just watched was good.
Able to narrowly escape Panatom and SOT up in the bird form, but watch out for the chase from Wrong-U. How far can he get the team? It's right into enemy lines, but he's hit by a massive knockup by Pagon. He Crushing Waves through just about everybody. SOT turns it around for 1, but Shinto picks up an extra one of his own.
Now Panatom takes a lot of damage. Thunder Crash in, gets the beads, has to jump off of Suku, and the Oni Warriors want to chase this one. Adapting, has enough movement, but doesn't have the pull, and it seems like that's all the chase down potential, unless FineOK's ultimate's back, and it is Dazzling Offensive, only going to grab Genetics.
It's on to 1, but that 1 is just enough. There's no ult for Genetics and no health bar either. Adapting picks up that kill, and the dropship in by Wrong-U. He'll lose his life, but he hand delivers 2 more kills, all standing by. Sot missed the spin, gets stunned by Wrong-U. The knockup, immune away by the Ox form, but fire hasn't fully been reset just yet. Wrong-U went in and needs help to get away from Panatom, who's already used his ult in this fight. The Fire Giant still being held onto by FineOK. The Leviathans, they gotta make a decision to go for the fight or go for the fire. They're going for the fight instead. SOT to the backline, and Pagon with a Crushing Wave to the back. It doesn't do the damage that he's hoping for, though, and he ends up losing out his life to FineOK. Pandacat knocks down SOT.
Double kill!
But Panatom, with 1 Feather Step, takes down 2 in an instant. And FineOK falls for going too far forward. Panatom nearly takes down Adapting, but he'll lose out on his life. It's just the dual lane of the Leviathans, the dual lane of the Warriors to crush down in. Wrong-U dashes away, but Netroid goes right in, gets the slow autos, but a dash target there. Wrong-U alive for now, but Adapting slowed down. Runic Bomb used, question mark by Genetics, but Adapting and Wrong-U should both be out.
Wow, I was going to say Adapting is fake. A lot of CC just to try and find a kill here, but Adapting does have plenty of damage for Netroid. He is gone.
Netroid tries to fight back. Beads from Adapting and FineOK, though, both burned by Netroid. Valuable resource taken away from those two on the Leviathans. And now SOT, pillar stunned by Pandacat, a few in-hands. 1 more should do it, or maybe an ultimate from Panda. Needs a little bit of help from Adapting.
That guy's supposed to be tanky?
7 in a row, yeah. could have fooled me looking at the stats that he's got there. I mean, look at all the
His whole
defense he
build
has.
is just being tanked. Like, he does
You
no
didn't see-
damage.
oh,
Every
he went
time
to
he
buff. Wrong use there too. They've moved themselves. They've gone away from the camp. It sends to Shinto and to Panda Cat. Panda Cat's the one who's got to deal with all this. He tries to jump away, but it's yanked right back in. Pagon gets this kill. Wrong you trying to ult into the middle. Get Fido a little bit of a help, but Fido needs more than just help. He needs a path out of this fight. SOT, he was tanky, and now he's gone. There's not even a Hunter to deal that damage. That is all Shinto and adapting, dealing that back to him. And Shinto goes in. He gets the Raiju, slows down Genetics, adapting, full health. He's back in this fight, but he gets hit by the knockup. And Panatom and Pagon put him out before Wrong You clips the wings of Panatom. Now with Netroid dashing in. Auto's not enough. Pagon takes him down. Netroid traded. There's still 2 alive. It's back and forth. It's Fido with the double. Genetics, the heal isn't going to be enough. There's still 2 chasing him down. Silent, slow, dash, triple for Fido K. Deicide for the Leviathan.
That was a Panatom
He
gift.
legitimately just might walk behind them and end this game. He's spotted out. Panatom goes in, gets the beats from Adapting, pops the Typhoon in response, hits 2 with it. Adapting is down, but he's done a lot of damage to Panatom. Mid-Phoenix traded out, and that's the callback for the Leviathans. They lost their jungler. He's down for a minute. The Oni Warriors, though, they're not going to give up this chase so easily. Response ultimate from Shinto and from Panda Cat nearly take down Netro and do a lot of damage to Genetics. A dive in by Sot. Still trying to get out. Final K's damage isn't quite enough, and Panda Cat is just getting melted away. Pagon does an absurd amount of damage, but so does Shinto. You got to keep eyes on the Raijin, but Final K is already down. He's so far
minions
low
of the Titan.
in the back line. Look at the Oni fire minions starting to pour through. You got to make the commit now. You got to get the kill, but Pagon's not the one to do it. Instead, it's Netroid.
The Titan,
double
it's dead.
kill.
It's dead.
And the Titan is dying. Sot can't stop it. The minions
He can't
win
even clear the
game.
wave. He can't even clear the wave, J-Mac.
The longest undefeated set streak in Smite, and of course the Leviathans with a 2-7 split trying to change their fate. The question is, can they do it right here and right now? It's Game 5, and of course we have to go over to J-Mac and Trelly to take us through.
Thank you so much, Gore and Inbound. Game number 5 between the Oni Warriors and the Atlantis Leviathans here. Follow up with it. And our semi. Regardless, Pagon maintains speeds. Panatom already has used the dash to close gaps. Slows down Shinto. Dash in from Pagon. Up into the ultimate. The Raiju connects. He's taunted right back in. 4 beats of the drum. Shinto turned on a charge ult, but fires it with his dying breath. It's Pagon for first blood.
I love that call. Pagon recognized one big difference in that dive, which changes between am I taunting, am I fearing, or am I doing damage?
He's going to call the bluff of Adapting because he's got Pagon standing by. I'm not sure if Adapting called this one out or spotted it just yet, but Pagon can still walk forward. Adapting's going to get shoved back, and that's death of the jungler. One more Taiko drum does the job. Adapting down. Second kill for Pagon. And if Final K sticks around too much longer, could be a third.
Yeah, there was no way Adapting knew Pagon was there. If so, he doesn't step up like that. Fine, okay. He just does way too much damage if left alone. That is his weakness, though. If you can get to him, you can provide some of that CC if you have range damage. There could be trouble, but
no.
Look at that.
Got mezzed away, then rooted in place, then pulled back. Riptide, which was at literally the foot of Wrong You, then it feels like it's a mile away by the time the CC is over. The Oni Warriors, they grabbed their 3rd kill of the game. First one that doesn't go to Pagon. Panatom now benefiting from 1. Genetics finds Panda Cat. Aegis still down on the on-her. Throws up the pillar, slow things down. It'll do from Netroid. Gets some good poke back, but Genetics is willing to keep this dive up. He can take this tower all day long and allow Panatom to get his 2nd kill.
I don't think that there's too much to fear here. Pagon is worried about losing his beat, so decides to go away, but didn't have the Taiko drums. Actually used it just a bit earlier.
A farm available to Leviathans at a 2nd tier 1 tower. The Warriors keep pushing up mid.
I mean, there's just no early pressure here. Blinks in, pulls in Wrong You. He's absolutely gone. No way. The emoji's going to be long for this world. Why not? Dash forward. Shinto goes through. I'm surprised Sot did ult immediately.
Sot does take down 1. Shinto charging ult. But fine, okay. Getting peppered with damage from Raiju. As Pagon continues to pelt away at the HP bars of the frontliners. Not very tanky just yet. 3 items deep for the solo laners. Only, at the time, 1.5 for Wrong You. He's now back up. Sot to the back line. Gets beads from Panda Cat. Runic Bomb and a few more in-hands take out the tier 2 tower. But the ONI Warriors aren't satisfied with only a tower. They want blood, and it's Panatom going right to the Phoenix Revive. Prop right back, but no, he's executed by Final K, so he doesn't get that second chance. Fear no evil separates 3. The fight rages on, and a Riptide may have actually just saved Netroid. Adapting can't get the damage. Netroid turns it back in. Double push from SOT. Genetics playing bodyguard for Netroid as best he can, but he's got to get a dash. Can't get it done. Final K drops down the Hunter. It's just the front line left of the Warriors, but it's a tier 2 tower and 4 for the Warriors.
I mean, yeah, the Leviathan's got
about it
some
and went to
kills.
shield, but going to that shield buff will now cost PandaCat his life. There are 3 people now barrel stuffing down the lane to chase him out. He'll use his ultimate, he'll clear a wave.
Oh, he's
And
stalling,
he used
baby.
his beads. He's gonna hold as long as can, but
If they were on fire, this would make sense.
what are Leviathans doing?
Well, what are they?
PandaCat's saying, guys, there's 3 here, there's 3 here, go do something. And the Leviathans are pushing a tier 2 tower?
I mean, I've got a riddle for you, J-Mac. What are Yamoja
Team
thought?
that doesn't group up with the rest of them. In this case, it's the junglers for both of these 2 teams now. Panatom spots out adapting. 1v1, beads from Panatom. Kingslayer in response. But Panatom, he's got to wait for the clone to go over the wall, and he's got it. One more in hand, and Panatom solos out adapting. Now he's got to deal with Fine. Okay, how far can the set run? The Kingslayer is worn off. The teleport is back available, and Fire Giant as a grand prize.
Besides Genetics, because he's going to be topped off with his ward coverage. Wait, PandaCat takes so much. He's got no beads.
No beads this time. Does have the Aegis, but can't get it in time. PandaCat takes down Panatom, but then it's a full collapse back in by the rest of the Warriors. Adapting's able to make his way out of there, but it is a 1-for-1 trade. Now losing out on your Hunter. Leviathans, they're going to have to deal with the siege of the ONI Warriors without their Hunter. Fortunate for them, they've got a Thoth, but SOT will jump right into the back line. Try and hold things out. River's Rebuke will catch Sot on the wrong side of the fight, but Wrong You is the one who's in real danger. Pagon knocks him down. Fine, okay, has shown up to the party, but Pagon, he dives in. He's right alongside his teammate. Able to immune out the execute and now can live right through. Revived by his support. And the ONI Warriors, they grab the point. Now the Titan is just a bonus member of this fight for Sot to dive in. Beats Aegis away from PandaCat. The Abduct just off the mark this time, and the Riptide puts SOT in a better spot. He's right where he wants to be, in the backlight. But now, the ONI Warriors, their carries take too much. Pagon, beads removed, executes there for Final K, but he can't go over a wall. Instead, he runs into Shinto and Wrong You. Shinto, he dashes in, he doesn't have ult, and Panatom's got plenty of damage. Shinto trades out, taking down Pagon. SOT still dealing with Wrong You. The Abduct is there from Genetics, and he's pulled right into Netroid, who takes him down. 2 still up for Leviathans, but it might not be for much longer. Final K has already used his ult to get away. Meanwhile, the Titan is nearly dead because their Titan has been sieging up. SOT, Panatom, the ONI Warriors walk right in, and they dominate game number 5. And Trelly, we're going to get a